This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kiley.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Ew.
So did you do like age in a week?
Probably. I don't know.
Last week you were 42. This week I think you're 92.
Yeah, last week was our birthday. That's why I'm
Right.
42.
What
92.
happened?
I don't know. What are you getting at?
We were running a few errands on Friday afternoon, and you said, God, I'm jealous of the blue hairs.
Oh, yeah. Well, they get to go to Los Compadres like 4:30 or 4
Why
o'clock.
can you not go at 4:30?
They beat the crowds. That's why the blue hairs go to eat that early. I want to do that.
You can.
Then my food would have time to digest.
You don't have to be old to go to dinner early. It's called happy hour.
Yeah, but I'm talking dinner. Happy hours, you go get drinks.
No, drinks are just cheaper. You can still eat a meal, though.
From now on, we go to dinner at 4:30.
Like, it's possible.
And then I don't have to, I just let my gray hair grow rogue.
Grow, just
Grow
let all the
rogue.
grays go out.
Yeah,
just
big
go.
white beard. I'll go for it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
And you'll be my sidekick. My
And
arm
I
candy.
will probably look like your daughter.
Yeah. You remember when that happened before?
That
That
did
one guy
happen.
says, "Is this your daughter?" I'm like, yeah, this is Kiley.
Which therefore either makes
I didn't even
me
know what to say.
sound like a hooker
Right?
or...
Yeah. I'm like, hi. I saw this long-time guy from
This is
Incline.
Kiley.
Yeah. Oh, is this your daughter? I'm like, huh? Yeah, this is Kiley. That's her.
Anyway, though, who gets jealous of the senior citizens?
Next thing you know, I'm going to say, let's
Ever.
move to Florida.
You probably will. Well, you'll be closer to Cousin Jeff.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure that's on your list.
We'll move to that village place where everybody gets the STDs. It'd be
where
great.
you put the loofahs, your different color loofahs.
Yeah, when I put a loofah on my
No,
porch.
different colors mean different things.
What does it mean? Like I want a threesome?
Like certain colors mean like that. Yeah,
Oh, that's perfect. We'll do that.
Okie doke.
The village.
You will be riddled with STDs.
Who cares when I'm 90? Let them rip.
Oh, this is
Let me
happening when you're
die of
90, not next week.
Let me die of them. Fine.
Ew, who wants to die of an STD?
Well, if it happens, it happens. When
Okay.
I'm 90 years old, who cares? My papa would have been glad to have one and die.
Ew.
At least he would have had a thrill.
Okay.
Right.
90-year-olds even are they even sexual at all?
My papa was.
Is he in his right mind?
Yeah, in his mind, he was sexual. He didn't know where he was, but he knew what he wanted to be.
Okay.
Yeah. My papa one time, and, they used to only get, in the old folks' home, they used to get, 4 channels.
Oh,
They would all get, the basic ABC, and then one channel. So one day, he's watching the static, and it's soft porn
Stop
underneath,
it.
the static, things. And so you can kind of see every once in a while.
Oh,
so he's
boy.
watching it like a little teenage boy, and he's friggin' 90 years
You
old.
saw this. You witnessed this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I talked with him. I said, that's a porno on there.
You said that?
Yeah. And he says, oh, yeah, once in a while I watch that.
Huh, okay.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
I mean,
I'd be
it's a
watching
conversation that every grandfather and grandson want to have.
Yeah, I'd be watching it every night, man. I also found out way after my granny died and everything, we're talking. He's like, yeah, it was before he was even married. He goes, yeah. We were talking about, I said, Papa, why don't you want to go to the doctor? Because she was Japanese.
Mhm.
Because those old people that feel like
They were a little racist.
and she was a woman,
Yeah.
a woman
And
Japanese
sexist.
doctor. That doesn't seem like a real doctor,
Right.
And then he says, no, I just feel comfortable going to a regular doctor, like an old
A
man.
regular old man.
Right, that's
doctor.
what he meant.
Okay.
That's old people just talk like that. And then he goes, and I go, oh, you
don't like it
don't like
Japanese?
Japanese? And he's like, oh no, my girlfriend was Japanese. I go, what girlfriend?
Right.
He's like, yeah, when I was in the war, I had a Japanese girlfriend.
Oh, well,
And I go, wow, Papa,
he got around.
there you go.
It's quite worldly.
Right,
More than you can say.
right. I don't have a Japanese girlfriend. I like
Voice got real high right there.
Japanese girlfriend. Playoffs? You talking about Japanese? I want to go to Japan, dear.
Oh, good luck.
On a boys' trip to Japan.
Who are you going to go with?
My boy.
Then not appropriate.
That means by
If you
myself.
go with that seed in your tooth, I will be fine.
That's rude. Do I have something in my tooth right now? God damn it.
Thank God that microphone's covering it.
Can you see it for real?
I
for real?
can.
Ah, it's because I ate 4 pieces of toast before we got on the air in the afternoon. Well, afternoon. Yeah. Does people eat toast in the afternoon?
90-year-olds.
Okay. There you go. There you go. I eat toast right before dinner.
It's your appetizer, toast.
You know, we actually, speaking of Los Compadres, we were just driving through the parking lot because we were looking for a Mother's Day gift for my
Right.
mother, who is impossible to buy
Yep,
for,
sorry, Diane,
which
you're a
I
rough
found
one.
her a gift. Tell the folks what I got her.
We got a plant.
Big ass, really
It's
nice
a really cool looking
plant.
plant.
I know. She really liked it. I was
It's
like, man,
cool
I got
looking.
a good present for her. See? We can't get my mom's shoes because she has a
No.
flop foot and one flies off all the time.
Which Skylar was just in town, and she failed to pack any shoes except for the tennis shoes she was wearing. And she's like, well, what am I going to wear around? And we're like, I don't know. Grandma's probably got something. Which she did. She had a pair of Birkenstocks she can't wear because of her flop foot. But coming to find out, the whole time, since the moment Skylar got them, no, it's still there.
Oh, God damn it. I was trying to get the thing
There
out of
was
my
a
tooth.
screw in the shoe, in the sole. So
Yeah,
Skylar's walking around with the screw in her foot.
That screw is in there tight, too.
Right.
That could have been on my mom's foot. There's no way my mom would have even felt it. Her
No.
feet are so tough.
I'm started questioning if she's currently walking around with a screw in her heel.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, how do you not notice that? But
I don't-
Skylar's like, I heard that. I just didn't understand I just couldn't figure out what it was coming
I literally
from.
I ended up getting it out with like scissors, but I was literally going to get a screwdriver,
Well,
and
then
the
I
screw
was
gun,
like-
and pull it out
I
of the
was kind
shoe.
of thinking, because I was like, where did this screw come from? Because, like, your mom had never worn those shoes. So I'm like, literally the first time you put them
Did
on...
we buy those for her for a gift?
I have no
Probably.
idea. The first time she put them on her feet, she stepped on a screw, basically.
Right.
So how many screws did she step on in life?
How does a screw go in the shoe? Like, is
Right.
it straight up in the air
Perfect.
and you step
It's
on
like
it?
a perfect storm.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, Mom, check all your
Right.
check your bare heels, and then check all your shoes for screws in them. But that was really actually was really weird.
It was.
But anyway, yeah. Today's Mother's Day.
Today is Mother's Day.
We said Happy Mother's Day last episode, but we're
Right.
actually recording on Mother's
We
Day.
are.
Happy Stepmom's Day and Dog Mom's Day, Kylie.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Yeah, I told Kylie she'll be when the kids get even a little older, they'll realize how much Kylie
How
does.
cool I am
You
now.
know, and they're listening.
I
to
actually
that
wanna be
going,
cool.
They're listening to this right now, going, "No, I won't." But anyway, yeah. And then Nora never lets her out of her sight.
Nora is...
And Noila,
Noila?
and Noila, annoys Kylie like a regular kid.
She does.
Yeah. That's what she does. And then Kylie goes crazy on her in the middle of the night and is going to
Yeah,
beat her.
that's what we do.
But that's what moms do. They beat their kids.
Right. They yell at them and snap and need to
Right.
take a blood pressure pill.
Now, I never really like spank my kids.
What, excuse me?
Once in a while, I used to
Okay.
spank. I don't really spank them. It was kind of like,
You would freak out
Yeah.
and a hand would fly.
well, one time when River was, I would say 7 or 8, maybe
Something like that, yeah.
8 years old. Him and Skylar were going crazy. So I went in his room. He had no shirt on. And I went in his room and I told
You
Skylar,
just like fling your
yeah,
body parts
I told Skylar,
around.
get out, and I smacked River in the back with my hand. And then so the fight's over, and he comes out and he keeps like touching his back, and I go, "What's wrong?" And he turns around, and my whole handprint is on his back. I go, "Oh my God, I could get arrested
Right.
for child abuse." I'm like,
Great.
"Don't take your shirt off at school because or
I
in
left
front of
a
anybody because I
handprint."
just left my whole handprint in your back."
I know. Poor River got the brunt of it.
No, and he's like itching his back, like, there's something. My back stings. My back.
Yeah, 'cause
We look. I'm like, oh my God, I felt so guilty. I didn't mean. I just flipped out and smack. You know.
I know. Poor River got the brunt of the freak out.
The boys get smacked. Look, when I was a kid, I got. It was
You
normal.
I think you
to get
deserved
beat.
it, though, is the
Like
difference.
now, when I look back, we literally got beat.
Like, Skylar would instigate a lot of the situations.
Yeah.
And then River would get the, like, collateral damage
Well,
of
remember
it.
the one time when I went after Skylar because she squirted toothpaste in River's
Yes.
face,
Yes.
and I went after her and I was changing a tire at the time,
Yes.
and I must have
You did
grabbed
grab her shoulder.
I grabbed her shoulder, but it left a big black mark, and she's screaming, "I'm bruised! I'm bruised!" I'm like, "Oh my God, did I grab her shoulder?"
And it bruised that quickly?
I barely
No.
even touched her, you know.
Not
And she's
bruised.
like, "I'm calling child services." I'm like, "Go ahead." And I'm bruised, and we finally get to the campground. It's grease
It's a
on her
grease
shoulder.
thing.
You bruised me. I'm like, oh my God. Then I felt bad because I bruised her, but I didn't. I'm like, how could I bruise her that fast?
You did
Like,
not.
It didn't look like a bruise. But yeah, so anyway, I came up through the days when, you could smack your kids.
That
And
is
so
true.
I was a hybrid of smacking my kids. I didn't want
Right.
to smack my kids, but I flip out and
Every
like
once in a
throw
while,
them
you
across the
smack a
room or
kid.
something. Yeah. And I think every parent needs
I
to
would-
do that.
I mean, it does instill a little bit of fear and consequences.
Right.
Can't be too wrong there, right?
My dad would dangle me like
Dangle you
Like,
like Michael Jackson?
Yeah, basically like Michael
The
Jackson.
blanket over the railing?
Me and my sister were fighting on bunk beds. He just came in and threw me off the top
Oh,
bunk, and I
okay.
just smashed into the ground and wall.
Sorry
And
for
that was like
laughing.
normal. That was like
What?
fine.
You're like, I'm good.
Yeah, and don't do that again.
Well,
While as I'm
probably
laying there
won't
going,
now.
"Oh, my
Yeah,
elbow,"
I
you
can't.
know,
I won't
and
because you
Gretchen,
just
yeah,
dislocated my
right,
shoulder.
yeah, right, and it was like normal. And then when
And
I got to be like 15, 16, punches started throwing, like a gut
oh,
punch.
oh,
I get tackled in a gut punch.
well, quit being a dick.
Right. You know what though? I deserved every one of them.
I think that you probably did.
Yeah, I
The
do. I
stories
totally
I
did.
hear, I
Yeah.
like, yikes.
Did your parents ever smack you?
Me, I think I got my mom.
Your dad probably did.
No, no,
My
no.
my dad never touched my sister.
My dad was the yeller, but he would just yell. And my mom was the hitter, if you will, and she would threaten us with a wooden spoon.
You ever get hit by it?
Oh, yes. I think like once.
My aunt used to go with a wooden
She'd
spoon
hit
with
it.
holes in it.
Yeah, and
And
then
she actually broke the wooden spoon on my cousin's ass.
Davy.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that. Yeah, and so I think we both got hit like once or twice. Like we were like, "Oh, that kind of hurts." Like we didn't really want the wooden spoon. And then it switched from the wooden spoon to the meat mallet. We never got hit with the meat mallet, but it was a threat.
What you do? Smash your fingers with
No,
a
our
meat mallet?
butts.
With a meat, a wooden spoon seemed like it hurt more than a meat
It has
mallet.
those. Well, it was a wooden meat.
I mean, I
mallet.
would say you leave your hand out and smack
Oh,
the top of
no.
your hand with a
Because
meat mallet.
it
That
has
freaking
those
would hurt.
pokey edges.
Yeah, that would hurt on the top
Well,
of
she
your
wouldn't
hand.
have done it on
It
our
would not-
hands.
yeah,
She
would
would have
not- yeah.
sucked our butts.
Yeah, you gotta do it in a place where you can't get in trouble, like it's hidden, like your
butt.
under, your butt or your back or
My
whatever.
mom slapped my sister once, though.
Right in the face.
Yeah.
Nice.
My sister called her a bitch.
And she
I
smacked
just
her right in the
smacked her.
face.
Yep, it just
Whack.
reaction. Yeah.
And
Then
what'd
she
your
kind of
s-
felt bad.
Did your sister like throw a punch back at her or
No.
something? Oh,
My sister's not violent. She's not good at defending
she's not
herself.
good, you're right.
No, no, no.
she
She's
probably like, oh, you hit me.
I think she kind of knew she deserved it, and so I think she was just like, and like, yeah. And then my mom felt bad because she slapped her.
Why would she feel bad? She called her mother a bitch.
Right.
Don't feel bad.
I think
Smack
because
her.
her reaction was to slap her.
Right.
So she was like, "Oh, just whacked
Yeah.
her."
No. And just for this podcast purpose, we don't condone beating kids unless they
Abuse.
deserve it.
Physical abuse.
we don't condone physical abuse
No,
on this podcast.
I just beat you.
Even
every
though
other
I
night,
was
but it's fine.
abused as a child, and
You still are.
right, and I'm abused as an adult husband. Even yesterday, I fell in the closet. And I was abused.
That
I was fully abused in the closet.
You just abuse yourself now. That was
You put the step stool there on purpose.
did
And I
not.
fell.
So I have to tell the story. My favorite thing in life is when somebody falls. I try really hard not to laugh if I think that there might be hurt or not initially laugh, but I love watching people fall. So I have a step stool in the closet so I can reach my shoes. The step stool has been there months. It's not a new addition.
First of all, it's a metal contraption with
It's a baby step stool.
with triangle
Legs.
pieces. You can get your foot caught
No,
up in.
Okay, it's a little foldable step stool. Little. It's been there, as I said, for months.
But
So
it's metal.
It's
not
you,
plastic.
You've been dancing around that thing for months.
I've been dancing around that thing for like 6 years.
Right. So it's not new. It's like it popped up last night and you didn't see it coming. It wasn't
Right.
a snake. It didn't attack you.
Snake.
So we had come home from dinner. We're changing into some sweats, and all I hear and then see is Eric like tripping, and then just like his body falls into the doorway of the closet.
You guys,
And
I
I
spun
see-
around and both feet got caught in the
Hold on.
triangle of this legs.
I see the top half of your body laying like through the doorway in fetal position, like moaning. And at first, I kind of was like, "Oh my god, is he okay? Like, what?"
I was not
happened?"
okay.
And we have a weird small closet, so it's like if you're falling, you're probably getting hurt. You're hitting something.
I came down like a load of bricks.
We have like a weird angular. It's not conducive to falling.
Right. You're gonna hit something hard.
Which I'm amazed you didn't like take out a shelf or anything.
I was trying to recover.
So,
But both my feet
I'm
were
trying
locked up
not
in the
to-
fucking in the
trying
freaking stand
not
or
to
the
laugh.
legs of the
And
thing.
I'm like, "Are you okay? Or like, do you have a head wound? Like, don't move your neck? Do we need to call an ambulance?" But I'm like, "So I'm like, you okay?" And he's like, I think I broke 2 toes. So I'm like, what?
I
He's like, you
did.
tripped over the step stool and it fell. And I'm like, okay. And like that's when I'm done.
I had
I'm
no
laughing.
defense. I had both legs. It's like someone
Laughing.
grabbing your
So
ankles
like
together
you
and taking you down.
managed to get up and like untangle yourself from the step stool. And I'm like, let me see your toes, thinking 2 toes. I'm thinking, oh, it's the baby toe and the one next to it. We'll
Right.
tape them up. It'll be fine.
Tape
You
'em up.
you come out and you're like, it's my baby toe on my left foot and my big toe on my right foot.
I thought I broke my baby toe.
Like-
but those things are a little flimsy, so they.
How do you break 2
I have
toes
no idea.
on 2 different feet?
I don't know. My big toe still freaking hurt. It's because both feet went under and twisted, and I went down.
I don't even understand how this happened.
And of course, she has to call her sister and tell what happened. I don't even why. How would your sister even think that's funny when
It is funny.
she wasn't even there?
Because you pictured it right, and I still can't picture how your feet got entangled within this thing so
They
badly.
kind of went one in and one on top, and they got caught in the triangle. I'm telling you, got pinned.
But so you're like, ugh, and you go in the closet, you pull out the step stool, like, get out of here. Which I'm gonna put back in there because I need
I went
it.
violent on the step stool. What are you gonna do? It's almost like you put it there on purpose or something and like sabotage me. Was it always been there just
It
like that?
always has been there.
How do I go around that thing all
You
the time?
do it every day.
I know how. How do I go around it? Obviously, and I don't trip
How
over
did
it.
you not last night?
I probably was just thinking about something else, and we just got back from a nice like swim team dinner, and I was just not thinking. Down like a load of bricks,
you
man.
did. I'm sorry. I mean, you're okay.
Yeah.
You're fine. Other
Thank
than
God,
that
nothing.
toe.
No, nothing broke. My big toe is just a little bruised, and it hurts. But speaking of swim team dinners,
Made my night.
last night we went to a swim team dinner. We have a
We
little group
did.
from swimming, and we'll go to dinner once in a while. So we each person's house. We can kind of call it like a progressive dinner. Everybody brings something.
I mean,
and-
it's not progressive. You don't move houses.
oh yeah,
but
yeah, progressive dinner. Yeah,
You
you move
move house to
houses, but we,
house,
but
yeah.
we everybody is
Everybody
assigned like.
contributes to the
We
meal.
brought a salad. Someone else brings
Yes.
dessert. Someone else brings this, and
A
then
side.
whoever
yeah,
hosted
is the main
is the
dish.
main entree.
entree.
Entree. And now you say entree.
I mean, yeah.
Latte. Entree.
There you go. You're on the same
But
path there.
and I'll tell you what.
What?
I like beef brisket, but I'm not like it's not like my favorite thing, beef brisket. But the beef brisket that we had, Nora, shut up. The beef brisket that we had was so good. I don't know how they made that,
Nora.
but it was so
It
tender.
was very tender.
so good.
Very juicy.
Yeah, if we ever
succulent.
make beef brisket for
I know, I've
people,
never made
we
a
have to
beef
call
brisket.
our host up that we had last night and get the recipe or whatever. I don't know what recipe or how they
I,
did
there
it.
was some kind of recipe. 'Cause
Yeah,
there was like a
and
sauce.
it was like almost like a gravy. I would call
Yeah,
it
yeah.
like a sweet
like
kind
an
of gravy.
au jus gravy, if
Yeah.
you will.
And it was very good. But one of the best things they had at this house
What?
we went to, I'm not naming names in case people don't want to be mentioned on the podcast,
Okay.
but they had a bird atrium
Atrium, yeah. I think that's
with
the
like
correct.
15, 20 birds that are flying around in there.
Yeah.
And when I first walked in, I thought it was like bird music. Actually, I didn't sound like it was.
I just felt like
'cause
the
it was-
window was
Because
open.
it was so vibrant, and I was like, "Oh, what's that?" And I look, I'm like, "Oh my God, is real birds."
Yeah.
They had cockatiels, canaries,
I was like, I don't know the
parakeets,
names of birds.
finches, all these different birds. It was amazing. I took a video from my mom. My mom's like, "Did you tell him I had a parrot?" And I go, "Actually, I did." My mom really loved this thing.
I know. Is she gonna get an atrium next?
She should.
Should she?
A bird atrium. My mom could go. She could go live in there.
Or just sits in her atrium
Yeah,
and
she could
birds
sit.
fly around.
Yeah, she
and
sit in
peck
a
at
chair
her.
and they. What's that? Is it Snow White where they all land on her shoulders and
No,
had
that's
the birds?
Cinderella.
With the birds?
Yeah.
I thought it was Snow White. All the birds
I mean,
came
they
in
both
and land.
might have, I guess.
Because they had power. Like I think it was.
Because remember
Snow
the birds
White.
like help make the dress and stuff for Cinderella?
No, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Who made the dress? I thought I just got.
The birds and the mice.
I thought I don't really watch Cinderella cartoons. I guess I don't know, but I thought it was Snow White. But what does?
I mean,
who
she might have some
cares?
birds too.
Anyway, it was really cool. House and
Are
venue.
you gonna want an atrium?
No,
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't like cleaning up shit. I don't like. In fact, Nora goes out and shits right on the sidewalk.
Well, you got yelled at her for going on the grass, so she chose a new spot.
But I don't really care if she shits on the grass. When she pees on the grass, it gets big holes.
It gets dead.
I don't
is
want
what it
that.
gets.
And Kylie won't give her. My mom had these things,
I
these green
know.
pills to give her to kill the acid in the pee, and Kylie won't give them to her.
Because I've heard they're not good for
The
dogs.
dog eats napkins and hair ties. How bad is this going to be for
It's
him?
like
Yeah,
chemicals.
but this is confirmed to be good for dogs.
It's
I
not
think.
confirmed to be good for dogs.
The guy
What, they
that
don't have a dog FDA. Not that our FDA does a great job anyways.
Right? Yeah. Does FDA do good on us?
No. Red dye 40.
Oh my God! Speaking of that, I think of that every time I get one of those gummy things, and I still eat them, even though I know it has red
I
dye
don't know
40
if
in 'em.
ours. I get the like real kind of naturally gummies.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, quote unquote. I don't know how natural they are, but
Those airplane gummies are natural.
they got them on Jet Sweet X, not Southwest.
Or what about the shark ones you just got? You got
Okay,
those from
those
Mark.
are maybe
Those
have a
gotta
lot
be
of
red
red dye 40 in them.
Yeah. Well, apparently with Robert Kennedy Jr., he's gonna
I mean, I want.
stop
I would
doing
like
all
that to happen.
red dye shit.
Please do. Actually, I would like that.
In a lot of other
We're
countries,
screwed already, but
yeah, we are. I'm just planning on it.
Yeah.
That's fine. But you know, I mean, people live longer, so they know how to prolong your life anyway. So I guess it doesn't matter. Before
I
you get sick
guess.
at 50-something years old, you just
Yours,
die.
that's it. Yeah.
But now you get sick, you get cured, and you live till 90.
Great.
And usually, you know, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just do what you want, in moderation, folks, and that's all you can do.
Just eat all the red dye 40. It's
Yeah, just
fine.
eat red dye in moderation, and you're fine.
Actually, it's probably true. But
Yeah, you know who eats a lot of red dye?
oh boy,
And they're fine.
they're fine.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
430 National,
Great American Storage
America,
And Reno Yard.
for all your outdoor storage needs. Yesterday, we actually spent Mother's Day with your family.
Yes, we did. We
Yeah,
do
we
it.
went
We
out
did on
to-
Saturdays because Sunday just gets a little nightmarish.
Yeah, that's actually a great deal. It was
Yeah.
perfect. It was really good. We went there for breakfast, and then tonight we're going to my sister's
for a little barbecue.
for a barbecue. Yeah,
Mother's Day barbecue.
yeah. So a lot of freaking festivities
Yes.
we're gonna do. But that plan I got my mom,
Yeah.
like I can't get over it. That was the
Obviously.
nicest plan I've ever seen in my life.
Why didn't you buy me
Why
one?
was that? Oh yeah, I could. Well, you only do certain kinds of plants like orchids
I know
that
I'm
you
not
have.
Great.
You only keep a certain kind of
I
plants
know.
alive. So
I know.
I'm very finicky when I give
As
you
you
a plant.
should be.
Yeah, but I did get you a card.
What else did we get whilst on the plant journey on Friday?
I don't know what.
You don't remember?
No.
You got a new money tree.
Oh, I got a money tree. I had an old money tree that died,
It
and I think
died.
I started losing money when that thing died.
I
so
know you lost.
I got hope.
Yep. So now we got a new money tree
Right,
and
and a new life,
hopefully a new lease on life.
a new lease on life. Kylie was telling me that the last few podcasts, everybody's saying how great they were because
Yeah,
she
I'm
pulled
funny.
us
No,
like
just joking.
because she took over kind of the
'Cause
podcast. 'Cause she
normally-
said I was like in a funk, and so she
Well,
was
normally, like I'm just like whatever. I show up and just do it, and so I had to kind of step it up a little bit
because
here
she thought
you were
I could. I
'cause
couldn't
you
do
were
it, but I
kinda
was
in a
doing
funk.
fine, by the way.
I mean,
but
were you?
I think I was.
I don't know. But so I, stepped it up, and I've got, let me tell a story here, there. Let me
Yeah, we didn't realize Kylie had some fans out there.
right, and so, which I used to tell a lot of stories about you, and then I don't know what happened.
You got bored.
Maybe.
Or you just didn't want to say it anymore. But and even at the swim team dinner last night, I was surprised. I didn't realize people. Yeah, I realized people listen to the podcast, but sometimes it's certain people. I'm like, oh, you listen to the podcast? I'm like, oh. Then I always go, oh, do you like us?
No. Well, if they listen,
Do
they
you not
must.
like it? I mean, they don't have to
sometimes
like us.
you just kind of assume oh, because we're
I wish people would say when they listen to the podcast,
we
like, you guys
are
are
or
great.
not our.
I mean, some people do say you guys
If
are
you
great.
keep consistently listening, you must enjoy
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Or you just want to. You're
Right.
curious if we're going to say something about you or something or whatever in
Or that
life
could
or
be as
whatever.
well.
Yeah, but people always say this. If people don't say you're good or bad, you always assume you're bad.
Well, that's just
And yeah,
human
you do,
nature,
right? But then they usually say this after they describe. Oh, I listen to your podcast. They usually go, "How do you guys know what to talk about?" And they always
We
"How do you-"
don't.
right, and I go, "I don't know. We just that's just the way we talk, and we're just
Right.
I said, oh, it didn't always be like that, but now we just. I went to another guy at a meeting the other day,
Mhm.
and I was talking about the podcast a little bit, so I played a little on my cell phone, and he was like, "And you guys are like pros. You guys are like
professionals
yeah, listen to
over
that." And I
here.
go, "Oh, I guess. I mean, compared to people that don't podcast, we are pros."
Compared to episode 1, we sure as hell are.
Right. Oh my God. Technically, episode 1, we recorded it, went to dinner, and we were like, we suck. We
Let's try
deleted
that
it,
again.
and we tried it again. It was pretty good,
Right.
or we thought.
Well, at the time. Okie dokes.
See, I didn't burp into the mic.
That's
I'm
nice
maturing.
for our listening.
You know what? That burp tasted like that brisket.
That's
Still,
disgusting because
it's
that's been
deep
like
down in me.
almost 24 hours.
I ate a lot of meat.
Why isn't it digested?
You see, I got 2 helpings of big piles of meat.
Did you have meat sweats? Is that why you fell in
the
the
shorts?
closet?
This
Because you were delusional from
I
the
couldn't
meat
see
sweats?
because the sweat was getting in my eyes. I
Were your
tripped on the
feet
stool.
still all swollen from the sodium?
Oh, I was a little puffy. I was a little puffy. Like when I take my wedding ring off,
Because
it's
you
like
had no
stuck a little
water. I
more.
witnessed.
Oh, really? I was just drinking some drinks or whatever.
Right.
Right. Oh yeah, I didn't. I don't think I did have
not.
any
I
water.
know you didn't.
Right. No wonder I was a little puffy from that
Right.
meat.
And your feet were stumbling around.
Oh, I probably couldn't lift my feet up off the ground. That's what it was.
Well, you developed a flop foot.
And think about it. Right now, I'm bending my toe. My toe freaking hurts right now. Look at that sucker. I have enough problems with my big toes, let alone tripping on things. I don't need that.
Oh, God bless it.
Sky is traveling home to Hawaii today.
Right.
And took her to the airport. Yesterday, took her to Trader Joe's. Did you know that there's no Trader Joe's in Hawaii?
I did know that.
Now, Trader Joe's has the logo of flowers and a hibiscus.
They do.
And you think it's Trader Joe's, like a trading post in Hawaii or whatever. And they don't have one in Hawaii.
They do not.
And I guess because
it's
they need
too hard.
Like they want to do fresh stuff.
Well,
and they
because
can't get it there.
they kind of like stock their own stuff, and they do like a lot of seasonal. Like they have like some staples, but a lot of stuff will change.
Right. And now
so I think it's too hard for them to kind of maintain it.
Right. Probably. Sky says they don't have it because they don't want to keep everything fresh, and they need
right.
But and then I said, well, do they have a Whole Foods? She goes, they have lots of Whole Foods, but all the Whole Foods produce and stuff comes from Hawaii.
Ah, so that's how they
keep it. That's how they get around it or keep it fresh or whatever.
Well, I mean, and Amazon bought Whole Foods, so they just fly it out there on their Amazon jets.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure they have warehouses and shit out there too.
Yeah, and they, I'm sure they grow all the.
Maui doesn't have a Whole Foods though, right?
I think they do.
Do they now?
I mean, I don't know where, but I think they have a lot of specialty markets. But I would think they have a Whole Foods either in Lahaina, possibly, or
I don't think they have a Whole Foods in Maui.
They don't have it in Kaanapali in between Lahaina and there, or do they have it in Kahului? Kahului doesn't seem like.
I feel like I've never seen one.
I don't think I have, but they might have one in Kahului. Look it up.
I could see Honolulu
Maui Whole Foods. In case anybody's going there on
I'll tell you
on vacation, we'll let you know if there's a Whole Foods in Maui. I don't
think there is.
A lot of Whole Foods stuff though you can get anywhere. It's just a scam, I think. Unless you want to go, to the buffet and get a whole, salad bar and everything. That's pretty fun and nice at Whole Foods. But I haven't been there for a while. So.
There is a Whole Foods in Kahului.
Oh yeah, see, I think I've seen it before. It's kind of by when you first come into the news section. Yep. So there is a Whole Foods. If you're going to Maui, hit it up, Kahului. But Sky was here. We had a good time with her. She went bull riding, I guess, at the Pier Country Bar.
Yes.
What?
No, yeah.
She went. There's a place in Reno called Pier Country now, I guess, and
there's always been here. They just moved and are like
they moved to a different location, but now they have bull riding. And apparently Sky is like a really good bull rider. And then when she found...
Is she a good bull
Well, she
rider?
lasted like a minute.
Likes it.
I think she just likes it. And she gets all bruised and limps around a second after. But and she told me they had to take their boots off.
Well, it's because it's like a permanent fixture in the bar.
Right.
And so they have basically like a blow up bounce house on the bottom and around it. So if you get flung off, you just hit the bouncy material.
Right.
So they don't want any shoes or heels or anything puncturing it.
Right. So you take your shoes off to bull ride. I would be a horrible bull. I cannot do that stuff. My back would be gone.
Oh God. I can only imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
Stub a toe on a horn somehow.
Right.
How your foot got up there? Who knows?
Break more than 2 toes.
You'd probably bust a tooth, like whipping forward.
Oh my God! I get up. Oh, my tooth's broken. Smacking on the bull back or whatever.
Hey, Lloyd Christmas. How'd that bull ride go?
Yeah. I have a chip in my front tooth. Every once in a while, it'll fall out.
And it's attractive.
Kylie likes it.
Do
I do like Lloyd Christmas.
You 100% look like Lloyd Christmas.
Dumb and Dumber when that happens.
Did you know that that's Jim Carrey's real tooth?
What? He has a chip?
Uh-huh.
So he just took the chip
They took
thing?
the patch off or the movie.
Oh, and they put it back?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I could do.
Yeah.
Dang, I wish I could just get a good roll. Where I
With
could
a
take
chip
my
tooth?
Yeah, that'd be great. Just take my chip out and do it. I could just start chewing a lot and munch all my teeth.
Let's not do that.
No.
Let's
We shall
please
not
not.
do that. Speaking of that show, Righteous Gemstones.
Righteous Gems. We're late to the game on a lot of things, and Righteous Gemstones is one of them. It's in its 4th and final season, but we just started watching it.
Yeah, what's that character's name? He was also a
Which
star
one?
on Little Baby Billy or something like
A
that.
little baby Billy, Uncle
Yeah.
Baby Billy,
Uncle Baby Billy, his wife, she's like, you're a 10, but your tooth.
your teeth.
You got a cavity in that tooth?
She's like, my tooth hurts.
A tooth hurts. She
She
has
has
some
some
messed
jacked up
up teeth. It's pretty funny. But that show is really funny.
is-
There's a lot of
oh.
dicks in that
A
show.
lot of dicks in season 1. I hear. We hear it lessons after season 1.
The dick,
But
the
a
dick
lot of
comedy.
dicks.
Like you don't see wieners.
You never
in-
see like
no,
a
I mean,
naked,
once in a while. There's
a
a
nude
lot of them here.
dick flopping around, but in Righteous Gemstones, you see a lot.
It's like a thing. So if you're into,
I didn't
Wieners,
even
go
appreciate it last night when the one we watched, like episode 6 or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That shirt's not as long as you think, bud."
yeah, and you look, they
like
cut to it, and his little
old
tip of his
tips
wiener's
hanging
hanging
out.
out.
So he like pulls it down and starts walking away, and then his ass
Right.
is hanging out.
And then they had the blackmail videotape, and they had the one like fatter guy, and he had a
He had,
little
like,
nubber.
button.
He had a little nubber going, and then the other
The
brother's
guy's like, "You're a pussy," and he's like,
he goes,
bigger than
I'm
Chad.
still bigger than Chad. Chad's sitting there going, That show,
Oh.
I recommended it. If
I
anybody's not
very much,
watching that.
yeah. If you don't mind a crude humor, right up your alley.
Right. We sit down, we'll pour ourselves a glass of this
Yes,
and
and
watch
laugh.
it and laugh. Honey, guess what time it is?
Happy hour?
Yep, I made your favorite Juicy Tits Vodka cocktail.
Fantastic. Thanks, babe. Love you.
And I love you. And your Juicy Tits.
Go to juicytitsvodka.com to get your own bottle of Juicy Tits, where life is the party.
Now, did you know I was watching that one show?
What?
Like you were in the bedroom, I just started watching it called Polly Family.
Like, because I could hear it, and then it came out, and I was like, "What the hell are you watching?"
It's so gross of a show.
Right.
It's two
I
married
think in
couples.
your mind, you thought like, "This is a great situation in life."
Right. There's two couples that decide to all live together, and then every other night they switch partners. Every other night you switch. If you're
You
in a-
just constantly
even if you're in a
switching.
fight, you switch. You don't. You might sleep on the couch, but you don't give up. You don't stay with
Ugh.
that one partner 2 days in a row, and then they end up getting all jealous because they like one
Ru-
the better.
did it
one
start
not.
going that
Well,
way?
no, they're showing the previews, but
right.
you
It's
know,
an
and
unpractical
they're not
situation.
like attractive people. They're all kind of gross.
Hate
to say it. That's like
maybe
they're
there's
like
a
real
reason.
life Polly family.
Right.
You think of like 4 good looking people are together.
Like a group of models this isn't gonna happen.
Right. But it's interesting that people live this way, and the guys don't really like each other. So why would they do this? Why do they put
Right.
themselves
And
through
it's like
it?
they never know who like the dad of their child is. It's like a surprise.
Yeah, because they're boning each other all the time.
Right.
But then one of them have better sex life, and they brag it to
It's
the other
gotta be,
one.
yeah.
And they're just like, or
You
might have
can't
better
tell me that
chemistry.
you have 2 men at the same time that are like equally as good.
Right. Yeah.
No.
And so you hurt the other one's feelings. But the other
Right.
one's married to.
You're
him,
gonna
and-
want to bone one more than you're gonna want to bone the other.
Yeah, one you might not be able to stand.
Right.
But I guess they don't. I don't know. But you got to keep. You got.
Like
gotta
it's
watch
so
this
it's a nightmare waiting to happen. Like it sounds probably great for at first, and then you're like, oh my god, this sucks because this guy
Yeah, I don't think it's going to end well.
does
this
weird
whole-
things that I don't like.
Right. And you can't say nothing because the other girl might like it
Right.
or
Well,
whatever.
which is also this is
But
also
all
this is
4 of these
also-
people are kind of fat and disgusting.
this is
in a
also
way.
kind of like a man thing. Like a man probably would be like, oh, I'm so good, all these ladies like it,
Right.
and it's like one lady does not like it.
Right.
Which one?
That would hurt your feelings.
Right.
I would not like that.
But that's like life though. One person likes, the other
Yeah.
one does not.
But I
Like,
never knew. I knew sister wives and all this thing. I knew this was a thing. Poly family.
I mean, I think it is. I don't know how big of a thing it is, but I really think this happens.
I
that
mean,
way.
legally, you're only married to the one person.
Legally,
You're
you can
not
only be
married
married to
to
one, yeah.
everybody. Yeah. And who wants to have all these kids? You don't know who the real
The
dad
dad
is. It's
is,
pretty
yeah.
obvious. You can look at the kid
Well, I
and
mean, it's
probably
kinda
figure
true.
it out. Yeah.
But I don't know. This sounds like a horrible nightmare. I have a hard enough time dealing with you.
Yeah,
I
but the only
cannot
thing is they
imagine
live in
another
one
man.
house and they have 4 incomes.
Or do the wives work?
I think one of the wife works and the other one just stays home and takes care of everybody, and then the 2
So
husbands.
you
work.
just want you'd want to get another wife so you could have another income,
right.
not another husband though.
No, if you do it a poly family, it'd be a wife and a husband with us together.
So you're okay with that?
I guess so.
That I would just go hook up with another guy every other night?
Every other night.
Yeah.
And when we come into my room.
So you're
and
okay
we'll
with
go in.
that? You just forget about me on those dates?
I guess you'd have to. I mean,
Whilst you're taking everybody's income. It's basically you're like a pimp.
yeah, it's pretty much.
That's
a
what you're
pimp.
telling me?
Yeah.
You
gotta
wanna become
pay-
a pimp.
Yeah, if you don't put your money in the till, then you, can't come in the
You're
room.
not coming. You're not
Right.
swapping houses.
But
Wow.
yeah, it's just a whacked out. I would say it's just a whacked out situation.
It is. It's not sustainable.
No.
Let's be honest.
And we'll see by the end of it. And I'm not like I'm going to start.
Are you
I only
still
watched-
watching
No,
it?
I watched one episode.
Oh.
I was just watching it because
But
you're
now
watching.
you kind of want to watch it to see what happens.
Like, I don't even know what channel it's on or anything.
I think it was
know.
on like Max or something like that.
Oh, was it on one of those?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't even know.
it was on streaming of some sort.
Oh, I have no idea on that one. But next time, I'll call you in the room. You can watch it with me.
Oh, I can't wait.
It is kind of gross though to watch.
Well,
Even though it's really gross, I do sound real good.
Oh.
You sound so good.
With this nasally old voice,
Yes, but it's so clean.
that's why we use Fibonacci Sound Studio, located in Reno, Nevada, led by an Emmy-nominated audio producer.
Fibonacci specializes in voiceovers and voice recordings for games, television, and film production.
So you're saying, if Fibonacci can make my nasally voice sound this good,
Then anybody else's will sound like music to your ears.
for more information or to book an audio session, go to FibonacciSoundStudio.com.
Or call 775-357-8580.
maybe you should have played the Juicy Tits ones because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need some vodka to watch your show.
Right. I don't know when that shows. I guess it doesn't matter because
It
it's on
doesn't. You
streaming.
stream it.
Last week on the podcast, we mentioned some stuff about I look like Meg Ryan and
you dance like Paul Rudd.
and then
You
Kiley
do.
worked on this post for.
Oh my God, it
did
took
anybody
me a-
see it or react
It
to
took
it
me
at
a
all?
really long
Anybody
time.
even care you made this post?
I don't know, but it took me a long time to do it because they don't
Right.
often make a post.
She put a double screen of me and Meg Ryan,
That's harder than you think.
and then she put a double screen of me and Paul Rudd
dancing at the same time.
Now I have to say I don't really look like Meg Ryan. Maybe the hair a little
Someone
bit.
did comment saying you look like Billy Bush.
Billy Bush.
I don't know.
Do I really?
I don't know. That's what they
Like
said.
Billy Bush. But when it came to me and the Paul Rudd dancing, we
was
do we
similar-ish.
do have some similar moves. That was pretty good. I mean, Johnny, our cousin Johnny, was
I need to
o-
send it to him.
observation. Yeah, because he might not go on social
I need to.
media.
I don't think he does. I should
Yeah.
send it to him today. I'll send it to him and Kim today.
Yeah, see if that's what he was thinking about.
I will.
You know, when he looks on that. If anybody needs any hats or some of these, I'm holding them up to the YouTube right now. These nice wine glasses. Hit us up. We'll send you them or give you one or whatever. Especially if you're
Or give me one.
a listener, or if you want to sponsor. We need another sponsor. I said I would like to get 2 new sponsors by the time we hit August, and we have
Oh.
we don't have any new sponsors.
Okay, great.
But I haven't been trying that hard. I'm trying to
You
get
have
South
not.
40.
Right.
That's where I want to do the live show, but I think they're on the hinge of sponsoring us. That would be great. Anybody else wants to sponsor us and you're listening, hit us up. It's not too expensive, and
We're pretty
and
cheap in the scheme of it
we're
all.
pretty cheap, and we like to entertain you.
We do.
We're here
obviously.
We're here for you
And for our weekly therapy sesh.
and for our weekly therapy session. So if you like listening to our weekly therapy session, please go to lifewitheric.com. Right, dear?
Right.
One of the worst things that happened to me this week. No,
Besides falling in the closet.
I stepped in tar. Like
Forgot about
nasty
that.
fucking tar, and I ruined my sexy
Okay,
patats.
here-
My marrows are ruined.
Here's how do you not see it to avoid it?
I was talking, I stepped backwards. It was kind of like a trash pile almost, and I stepped backwards into
so
it,
you
and it was
stepped
like
into a trash pile.
basically, yeah, it was so heavy on my foot, and it felt like it was like
I
100
get to
pounds.
see this shoe, and I like to see
I
this
had to
shoe.
put it in a plastic bag, and it's in the back of my truck, but because you can't walk
I had
anything.
to put it in a plastic. So you didn't drive
Yes.
home with no shoes on?
Yeah. Hey, I did, and I was telling everybody, "Oh, I have shoes in my car, my
But you
gym bag,"
didn't?
but I didn't, so I drove home with no shoes on. 'Cause I can't.
Thank God you
I
didn't have
know.
to stop.
I know. I was thinking, "Oh my god."
No wonder you came home, but didn't want to meet at like the nursery.
No, I had to get
And
shoes or
shoes.
flip flops, something. I couldn't believe I didn't have my gym bag. I took out because I was using a different car or whatever.
Ah,
I put it in my office, so I said, "Oh, I have another pair of shoes," but I didn't.
do not.
Yeah,
So now we got to
jeez,
use
man.
some more.
No, they're
sexy
ruined. You
patats.
cannot even use them again.
So you need
ever.
new sexy patats.
Yeah.
Is what you're telling me.
Which are marrows, by the way. They're not sexy potatoes.
Only because I call Merrill, they look like a russet potato.
Yeah.
A slip-on
But
Merrill.
mine are black. They don't
and
look
they
like
have
a russet
laces.
potato.
They have laces and they don't look super potato.
Kylie calls them potato shoes.
Right. Me and Aisla named them because it looked like you slid a russet potato on your foot instead of walking
Yeah,
around.
a lot of old men wear those.
And so when I found
it's like
out
those,
that Eric,
like those Dutch clogs.
yeah, likes a Merrill work shoe, I was laughing. But then because I'm like, no, all I could think of was potatoes shoes. And then you got them, and so I call them a sexy patat because they're not that bad.
Because they're sexy.
I mean,
If it's tar all over them, they're not.
I don't know if anybody calls
thick-ass
a
tar.
work shoe a sexy.
Yeah.
Do you think my work shoes are sexy?
Not when you wear those clog-looking things; those are disgusting. When you wear the regular Nikes, those are fine.
You don't like my Birkenstock clogs?
No, I wish you wouldn't wear those. It's embarrassing. You look like tiny.
Why?
You look like Tiny Tim.
I look like tiny.
I swear to God, you do. It's like
Tell them
You
the
look a little
majority of
homeless.
women
I
own a
can't believe
Birkenstock
I
clog.
paid $100 for these, and how much are those?
My Birkenstock clogs?
Yeah.
Like $150.
Okay, I paid $150, and I look homeless.
No, I do not.
Looks like you pulled them out of the dumpster.
There's a lot of women that wear Birkenstock clog. A lot.
I don't know. I don't recommend them, ladies.
I
Please don't.
recommend them, and they're good for your soles of your
know.
feet and your soul inside your body.
They just don't look right with scrubs.
Why?
You look
They're
like
comfort-
a-
I wear them
I
on
don't
the
know what
days
you
that I
look
just
like.
sit at my desk
Why those?
because they're slide them in and off.
They're that
comfy.
comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. They just don't look right.
Why?
It looks like she's begging for money on the side of the street.
It does not.
With your little crutch,
No.
Tiny Tim.
I was walking out of the bedroom the other day and I left a sweatshirt on the ground and I rolled my ankle in the clogs on the sweatshirt, which
Yeah,
is
because they don't have any
it's
support
a
around the
feed of
ankles.
itself. How do you roll an ankle on a sweatshirt?
Right. Well, you
And
don't
the
have any
shoes, but I was
support.
telling you, you're like, it's because you wear those gross shoes.
Was that what I said? Yeah,
Yes. I
see?
was like, no, had nothing to do with the shoe.
Yeah, you deserve. You think I would have wore those in the closet when I tripped on the thing?
Did you trip over my clog?
Probably those skanky
Skanky?
shoes.
They're not a skanky shoe.
I'm gonna throw those in the trash.
Do not throw them in the trash.
What would you do if I threw them in the trash?
Buy another pair.
Because you're mad at me if I did that.
I'm contemplating buying a different color anyway.
Please don't buy a color of those. Those are just so. What are those called? So our listeners cannot buy those. 'Cause
They're a
they're like
Birkenstock
clogs.
Boston clog.
They're called a clog.
Yeah, Boston clog.
They look like a clog. I recommend don't buy those.
I
shoes.
recommend that you do. They're comfortable.
Life of Their podcast is brought to you by Petrilla Concrete Construction and Michael Weems Collections. You can see him on Palm Canyon Drive in Palm Springs. And if you want to look at or get any or buy any of his shit, you can go to.
MichaelWeems.com.
Yes, he would love it.
What do you have against Birkenstocks?
I don't really like Birkenstocks.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not into those.
You
I have
should
a pair
be.
and I hate wearing them.
You should wear them.
I don't.
They're
I guess I
they're
don't like the way they look.
They
but
are stylish.
when I wear them, people always go, "Oh, Eric."
Yeah,
Like,
and they
I don't like
actually
wearing them though.
feel
I'm
good on a foot.
Yeah, I'm like a thong guy or a flip flop guy.
I mean, I think you like wearing a thong. I think you should try them out more in life.
You say that, I just don't. Maybe with my design of foot or something, the style.
No,
of my
they're made for a foot. They're
foot, it
like
doesn't really
a
work
healthy
out.
aesthetic for a foot. Maybe you feel like you have a big foot in them.
Yeah, like real wide, big ass foot. Yeah, it
But
seems like I'm
you
like
don't.
a Fred Flintstone. In those
Slap
things.
them on. You can
Right.
look like Kyle in the summer house.
Does he wear clogs?
I mean,
not clogs, but Birkenstocks.
Probably. I feel like he probably does.
Yeah. I hope no guys wear Birkenstock clogs. They don't have them for men, do they? Please
Yes,
say
they do.
no.
Yes, they do. I'm pretty sure Brody has a pair.
Oh, sorry, Birdie.
Yes, men do wear them.
Oh, you might lose your man card if you wear those.
I don't think that you will. I think Birkenstock is sexy. A man stock.
I know you like when I wear them.
I do.
love when
I
you wear
wish you would
those.
wear them more.
Yeah, once in a while when I want to turn you on, I'll wear the Birkenstocks.
Well, you haven't worn them in like 3 years, so you're not trying very hard.
Tonight I'm wearing them.
Wear them. Let's do it.
All right, I'll wear them tonight to the mother dinner.
Wear it. See what your mom says about them.
It's like, oh, you look so like a fag in those
You
things.
should say that to Matt because he wears a Birkenstock all the time.
No, she doesn't say that. I don't think. My mom calls me names if I do other things though.
She does.
Like when I drive the Subaru, she calls me gay.
Yeah, right.
And what else would I do
When you drive my car, she
when I
calls
call
you gay.
yeah when I drive your red car, she calls me gay.
She does.
Right. In certain clothes, oh, you look gay.
What's wrong with a red car? I love it.
I don't know.
She doesn't like a red car.
I don't mind being called gay because I am happy.
There you go.
I'm happy-go-lucky, despite what anybody
you?
says. Yeah, you don't have to carry the podcast anymore. I'll do it, dear.
Are you sure about that?
So you've been doing a good job lately.
Oh, thank you.
Very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yep. On that note, dear, guess what? Last call.
Time to go play Birkenstocks on?
We got to do some Berks. Yeah. Time to throw your clogs in the trash. Who we cheers today, babe?
No. We're going to cheers our dinner hosts from last night.
Our swim team friends.
And yes, and everyone for getting together and providing a fantastic meal.
Fantastic meal, good friendship, good
Yep,
conversation.
Yep, a good time.
Yeah, I like hanging out with all those guys.
I know it's fun.
It is fun.
Sometimes I feel like I'm like the little sister that tagged along because I'm a little younger than everybody.
Yeah, but you get along with everybody.
I do.
Yeah.
But sometimes we were talking about something like, how old are you? And I was like, 42.
The only time you're embarrassed to be 42, right? Yeah, it's like you should be proud of it. You'd be like embarrassed to be 42.
I am the same age as your daughter, and I'm sorry.
Everybody pats me on the back. Good job, Eric.
For wrangling me in.
Yeah, wrangling.
Yeah.
Damn, my toe freaking hurts so bad. I just bent it. I seriously just bent it. Ow.
Go ice it.
Yeah, I need to ice my toe.
I can't.
Oh, geez. But if you like, if out there, if you like this podcast, rate us a 5. You can subscribe, follow us. You can copy the link at Apple Podcast or Spotify. Leave a review. It really helps us out a lot. We appreciate. Found out we had some new listeners last night. I didn't know. We really appreciate new listeners. It seems like everybody listens is freaking women. Come on, man.
We
Step
kind
it
of
up,
knew that when we
pussies.
started this.
Step it
though.
up, pussies. No man like to listen to this, and I'm a man.
Do you like to listen to us?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I do like to listen to us. When I wear my Birkenstock clogs, I really
you
like
don't
to
own a
listen to.
clog. I would never buy you a clog.
Yeah. What if you caught me come home and I was naked wearing
Wearing
clogs, walking around the house?
That would be a sight.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Like, Kiley, come in here. I've got your clogs on.
You couldn't fit your big toe in my clog.
I definitely couldn't fit this one. It's swollen as fuck. I definitely couldn't fit it in there.
Can't.
Subscribe or follow us on wherever you get your podcasts, or just go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into my life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Love you, baby.
Love you.